They hate when you elevate. They're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. They feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great episode of Express Yourself with XPress. I am your humble host, XPress, and thank you guys again. But it's not about me, it's about all of us. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop something down in the comments, or hit me in my DMs. I answer everything, I see everything, and I appreciate everything. And how I start every episode, you already know, expression of the week. My expression of this episode is pretty near and dear to me. It is will. I feel like you must have the will, desire, and determination to persevere over any type of fear to accomplish your goal. So, again, the X factor and the expression of this episode is will. And with that being said, let me thank my proud sponsors because it's going to go into that. Self-Love, Shoe Pugs, Burgundyism, Free Few, and King Vision. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me welcome in my brother, my homie, but the face of the place and the reason why I keep this brand on, my boy Rich himself of King Vision.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Happy to be here, bro. Proud of you, champ.
Thank you. I'm proud of you, man. I literally wear the brand every day.
Appreciate that.
And so, and not even if it's just bad, hair day, but I wear the brand every day. And I change multiple times a day. So that tells you how much merch I got, but how much merch, I'm still waiting on.
Oh, yeah, no. We got more coming to you, bro. We got much more coming to you, bro.
Absolutely.
But I appreciate you supporting the brand, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I just appreciate you just being you, man. Since day one,
Mm-hmm.
you've been telling me about this. And ever since I met you, you've been head down, tunnel vision towards, your goal, bro. And that's being a great example of being a man of your word and being who you say you are, man. So it's tough. It takes a lot to do that, bro. And you being a great example.
You telling me, and I already know because we're definitely gonna get into the ins and outs of you having the will to continue this amazement that you started. So let's start off with letting them know where you're originally from and your family upbringing.
I'm from South Central Los Angeles.
That's right.
Born and raised. On the playground is where I spend most of my
days.
days. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Windsor Hills, as a matter of fact. Not too far from here. Went to Windsor Hills, Overright Middle School, and then I bounced around a lot in high school. So I'm LA native.
Yeah, as I do know, you bounced around a lot in high school. Shout out to the Queen, Miss Corey Renee. That was high school for a little bit of time together. Shout out.
We were both Uni Wildcats for a period of time. Yeah, Uni Wildcats. Yeah.
Nah, that's wild. So, what was the family upbringing like?
My family upbringing was interesting. It's unique, but it's a lot like a lot of young men, growing up in Los Angeles. My dad, he was in my life. He was a Rolling Stone, you should say. I'm an '80s baby. Okay. So all us '80s babies, we kind of
yeah. As an '80s baby, I understand.
Yeah, we went through kind of the same things. My mother was there. My grandparents on my mother's side was they played a big impact. My grandfather played a huge impact in my early years. I was with him the majority of the time,
We have that in common way too much.
But as far as that would be a loaded question for me.
Well,
as far as
like I said, it's your time, so it all depends on how much time you want to spend on that on the answer. But
we were an interesting family. Growing up in Los Angeles without that kind of structure or having that father figure around in the area I was growing up in. It was a little hectic. It was confusing. It was, to be honest with you, it was scary. So I had to grow up kind of real fast, you know. So I don't want to say that I didn't have a chance to be a kid, because I did. I had a good childhood. It was a lot going on,
It was just a
bro.
fast-paced childhood.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I know that way too well.
It was a lot going on, and you know, my parents they were financially, you know, well, but you know, as adults, as we know now, everybody doesn't really, you know,
plan ahead.
Either plan ahead or just
plan on failing.
That or just grow out of certain ways, grow out of, you know, their ways.
Absolutely.
You know, so
they never mentally graduate.
Exactly.
So to speak.
Exactly. Those generational curses get passed down. I think that more so is kind of sums up my family aspect.
Okay,
you know?
so I'm gonna spin that on you. Who put this generational, you know, game of fashion on you in the family there?
Man. I have to say my grandmother.
Okay.
My grandmother, she and it wasn't like a purposeful thing, or it was done on purpose. I didn't know it until I got into doing the clothing line thing, but she used to sew. She put together my mom's prom dress.
Okay.
Her and my grandfather, they had a little side hustles. My grandmother, she did the sewing, and then my grandfather, he had like his little upholstery deal going on. So and I didn't figure that out until later on.
Way later in life.
Yeah, way later on. Yeah.
I could have used this a long time ago, Grandma.
Yeah, exactly. This is a game I could have used
for real
a long time ago, excuse me. But yeah. So she kind of got me into the whole cut and sew aspect of, you know, the patterns and how it kind of lays on the body, you know, how the fabric lays on the body, stuff like that.
Okay. So now, coming into your own, what were your first glimpses into fashion? Was it basically just having a different type of style from everybody in school and stuff? Like, and who were the individuals that you would see, I guess, on TV or just around and stuff that influenced your fashion then?
To be honest with you, I really didn't get into fashion until around middle school, I should say. You know, elementary school kid, you not worried
uniforms.
About uniforms. You probably, I think I didn't really get into Jordans until maybe like 4th, 5th grade. That's back when what was the book? East Bay book was out.
Oh,
back when
tell me about it.
Yeah, you can get J's for like $95, that type of deal.
Yes.
But yeah, when I transitioned into middle school is kind of when I got into fashion, because to be honest, that's the first time I was around a lot of kids older than me. Since I'm the only child, I really didn't have the fashion sense I got was from my mom, from
the adults, not from seeing peers and stuff.
Exactly. So even to bounce off of that, it was a time where, or 6th grade, middle school, me and my mom is going at it because she wants me, you know, we wearing uniforms.
Right.
But she wants me to wear some bell-bottom, corduroy bell-bottom, you know, black, pants.
This ain't the Jackson 5s.
You know, and I'm trying to tell her, like, nah, it's not this, you know, that's not in. She like, oh, this used to be in when I was going to school, and you not in school no more.
Used to.
That was 30 years ago. Right. But, you know,
history repeats itself, just not right now.
Exactly, that part. As I looked at my pants, like, you know what? But maybe she was on the
She was early to the game.
She was on to something.
She knew.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the original question, my grandmother was probably the biggest impact. And around that time, the brands that were big were like Nautica.
Yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger. FUBU kind of came out maybe a little after, a year or two after that.
You had the Platinum, you had the Fat Albert joints.
Yeah. That was more so like around my high school years. But yeah, those brands, Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger, those are the two big that I wore, for instance. So, yeah.
Same. And yeah, you brought up East Bay. I'm like, man, I remember being that kid in Compton, being able to tell my dad which Jordans I
Yeah.
wanted because he structured me so well. Like I didn't know nothing but that
Yeah.
until high school, and then the SB came because my cousin he gave me a pair, and then like some of my homies like we skated and stuff. So like that was some of the things that I started seeing.
Yeah.
So like, and I never like to, because I don't want anybody to ever listen like, oh, you know, he said he was the first. And it's like, no, I wasn't the first. I had a lot of influence around me and stuff like that, but I'm definitely the one that's doing it the longest.
Yeah,
I'm
that part.
definitely doing it the longest.
That part.
Nike.
Longevity.
Nike, we got something on the way for y'all. I'm not playing by the end of this year. Mark my words.
Yeah, big checks.
Yes, 1,000%.
Big checks.
So when it comes to King Vision, what inspired the name and what inspired some of the early designs?
Bro. The whole situation, I just got to get that up to God, bro.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, this wasn't King Vision wasn't a part of my plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was doing something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2020, I actually had an accident where
That's right.
I went blind in my right eye.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blind in my right eye. So that's kind of where the
Don't try them though, because them hands work.
Oh yeah, they
them
work,
hands work,
and they work good too.
Yeah, that's
You
one
know
thing
what
we
I'm saying?
definitely know.
You could on a good day try it. No, on a good day try it. Please try it. You know.
I promise you, like I don't even want to say where I'll be at because then it's gonna give it away. But I'll be in situations at certain periods of the time, 8-hour shifts, and I'll be like, oh man. Please let today be the day you want to try.
Yeah. But that's kind of where the play on the vision comes from. And then to be honest, I had that King Vision idea back when I first got out of high school. You know, everybody wanted to be a rapper, so that was kind of that was gonna be my label, was King Vision. And it was crazy because during that time of depression and being in the house and just not knowing what I'm gonna do, and then when I did realize I was gonna pursue the clothing brand, and just how that the name and the designs, everything just start flowing. I can't give any credit to nobody but God, bro.
1,000%. And I'm right there with you. If it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible.
Yeah, I feel
so
that.
I'm just grateful and thankful, and I always, give grace. And again, without him, we're nothing.
Yeah.
So with King Vision and everything, your accident. Let's dial back to the accident. How long would you say you were in a hurt or wounded state till you were okay again?
Man, a hurt or wounded state, it would be hard to say.
Because that's not just mental. That's physical. I mean, that's not just physical. That's mental too.
It was more so of a mental thing, especially because you can't really tell. So imagine you walking past a mirror and you look straight, but you know you're not cool, and that kind of sums up, my upbringing. Like people really didn't know what I went through, and you couldn't really tell because I didn't show it.
Right.
And that, that's kind of what I go through now with the eye thing. So, but yeah, it was more so on a mental thing that I had to get over. So the mental aspect of it was a while, bro. Probably like maybe a year, maybe more than that. I think maybe for the first 30 days, I didn't come out the house, bro. I was scared to come out the house because of how the injury happened. It was a freak accident. And the doctor said, like, we can't explain it. We don't know why, we don't know what happened. And all we know is you just need to stay away from this, that, and the third, because if something happened, you're going to lose you lose sight in your other eye.
Yeah.
So I was afraid to come out the house, bro. Walking under trees, anything, any shit like that, bro. I was, it kind of spooked me. So for the first 30 days, I was scared, dog. I was scared. But then it was something to where I was just like you can't let life punk you like that. You can't let life push you around. You can't be scared. And then that's when I kind of start coming out of the house. And I actually have a friend who was dealing with somebody who had he had a brand at the time that was real big on social media. And he was telling me how they make, thousands and thousands of dollars doing this. And I was able to meet this person. And then being able to meet him and see the setup is like, oh, okay, I can do this. And then, the homie at the time he kind of gave me a little kick in the ass, like, you can't just come around just to come around. You got to be doing something.
Productivity.
So it's like I don't rap, I don't make beats, what can I do? It's like he got a clothing line. It's like, oh, I can do that.
That's the one thing I hate. I'm have to be honest, because somebody asked me this today at work. He was like, "Hey man, like, you an actor or you rap?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Yeah, because you look like you do either or." I'm like, and he's like, "You talk like you do something." I was like, "Well, I do talk for a living." So I broke it down for him and everything. But he was like, "Yeah, you got the style. You look like you're a rapper and everything." It's like, "No, I just dress pretty cool."
Yeah, that part.
How do you know they don't just dress like me? But no, not even like that. Getting back to King Vision and also getting back to Will, what was the moment that you can say tested your will and almost made you step away from the brand?
Man, a lot of things, bro. Just if I wasn't getting the support I felt that I was supposed to get,
Oh yeah.
and then a lot of that is my fault, just having an ego, But it would be that, or making the clothes and not seeing the money coming in, seeing more of it going out. Um, but besides that, bro, to be honest, when I got the actual vision, no pun intended,
No,
it
all
was
pun intended.
it was more so it's like, all right, this is what I was supposed to be. This is what I'm here for, kind of deal. This is my testimony. This is the testimony of kind of what I went through all the bullshit for, because I think why it took so long mentally is because it was a lot of those generational curses I had to get over. I think this King Vision, I went through a lot of healing with it because I started digging into philosophy, started digging into psychology, and a lot of the designs, that's where it comes from. People don't know it, but it's meanings behind that. I know the impact behind symbolism and stuff like that, so it's a lot of meaning behind the stuff I do.
I'm glad you talked about meanings, because it is time for my segment, Blast from the Past. I got some images up here. I'm going to need to understand the meanings behind this.
I got you.
And what these moments in life made you feel. So, yeah. So let's actually start here. I was going to leave this for last, but I want to start here.
Okay.
All right. There's a reason why I asked about this. Now, can you tell me the inspiration behind the elephant?
The elephant.
Because I was rocking this. I was rocking, this joint earlier today.
I saw that.
I got
that
the
in
other
the
one in
story.
the car right now. It's one of my favorite prints.
Hey, and guess what? It's more coming, bro. It's more. It's more flavors coming, man. So, but
I mean, these kicks go with it so perfectly.
Hey, it do. The jacket.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that jacket is I got that idea from that jacket is my favorite Nipsey Hussle interview. Nipsey's wearing that jacket. So yeah, that's where that comes from. But as far as the elephant, it's significant for me because while I was doing this, to be honest, when I first started initially, when they get, I first started making the shirts and all that, it was a hobby. It was something to get my mind off of the injury. It was something to get my mind off of, the fact that I had just went blind. But then when I saw this is when it kind of, I got stamped like, all right, this is what I'm here for. And I say that because one of my earliest lessons in life, as far as knowing how to control your emotions, is on the block.
Something we talk about on a regular.
Yeah,
I'm working towards it.
Yeah, and it's being emotionally intelligent is very, very important, bro. Very important. And um one of the first lessons I learned on the block as a kid, knowing that you got to keep your emotions intact, is somebody calling me Dumbo. So when I saw this, and I was like, oh, I said, all right, this is
flipped it.
It's
a double entendre.
Yeah,
like you flipped it.
It's like everything that I kind of went through, I expressed through this clothing line.
Yep, down to the eyes.
Yeah, down to the eye, down to the touch. The broken touch just symbolizes the stuff we go through in life. I got the idea from the idea of the elephant comes from the story of Hannibal Barca.
Ooh, okay.
Or Hannibal of Carthage.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong thing right now. But the story of Hannibal, how he took the elephants over the Alps mountains to go fight the Romans and all that stuff. And just the story of how do picture elephants climbing mountains. Picture elephants doing all these things that they're not supposed to do.
All through sheer will.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I feel like, as humans, that's us. I don't think we here to be working 12 hours out of the 24 hours of the day that we got. It's a lot of things that we are doing because of society that I don't think we here for.
I agree. Because there's so many new inventions we still haven't invented yet.
Exactly.
And instead of us focusing on our or having full purpose within our passions, we're still, chasing the I guess on the will.
Yeah.
The everlasting will.
Yeah.
So no, I agree with you completely. Yeah, I needed to know the story behind it because I was like, man, like I'm rocking it.
Yeah.
I like it. It signifies meaning for me, but I need to understand what it means to you.
Yeah. That was the stamp.
All right. So you also are a person who posts a lot of meaningful stuff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this post right here.
Expect nothing, appreciate everything. I think that is that's how you avoid setting yourself up from being let down. It's just having expectations. Everything is an experience. Everything, especially if it's your first time doing it, it's going to be your first experience doing it. So you putting expectations on it, it's kind of setting yourself up for failure. Me personally, I did that a lot as a young adult, teenager. I wasn't taught that. I wasn't taught to not put expectations on things. So I kind of put expectations on a lot of things that kind of set me up for, failure. And I kind of beat myself up for it, So, yeah. And then appreciate everything, appreciate the good and bad because there's lessons in everything.
1,000%.
And you never know what could happen, what can transpire from a loss or what can transpire from just any opportunity that you have. Just appreciate what we got because you never know what can change. Anything can change like that.
I've definitely been on the end of that stick a couple times, seeing things just morph and change very fast. But no, I definitely. So for me with this, I guess the only, and again, I expect nothing, but my true only expectation with individuals is just reciprocate the energy that I initiate.
Yeah.
So like there's circumstances where I'll be questioning situations or even myself like, damn, if I'm only initiating nothing but positivity, why am I getting negativity from people?
Yeah.
But then that's something that I can't put on me. That's them.
Yeah.
So I gotta just let that be what it is.
Yeah.
But I appreciate everything.
That part.
Hmm.
That part. You got to. You got to. On to the next.
If we can get there,
It's just
boom.
buffering.
So we are here.
Oh
We are
yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Now, with that
That's
being,
wild, right there.
hey, I'm a fortune teller. This is actually one of my favorite prints as well. Talk about the significance of the crown. Talk about also how far you want to take this crown.
um, the significance of the crown. I actually studied. I'm telling you,
I
when it
know.
comes to the designs, I actually like I've studied. I studied the crowns. So I didn't get any type of copyright infringement. I did a little tweak into it,
Mm-hmm.
but that's one of the most significant crowns in England. I don't want to say the wrong area,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as where do I want to take the brand, I just want to take the brand to people that it'll help, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't necessarily want to be like, oh, I want to be successful, but I don't have to be the best shit out.
Okay.
Everybody doesn't have to wear King Vision. I want King Vision to be for who it's for,
Mm-hmm.
because I think the brand actually has a meaning and stands for something.
Absolutely.
So
I don't think any and everybody deserves to wear it.
I
And that's
agree.
just me being me.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And as far as just taking it to the people that need it or want it, that want the message, because it's a message behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm preaching that message. So.
Appreciate
Nah,
that.
I appreciate the brand. I appreciate you. Now, I definitely wanted to end it on this one. Now, explain to me what was your mindset when you posted this?
Man, this was, and then a lot of what I post is for me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it, I'm talking to me, honestly, bro.
Yep.
So this is something that I had to tell myself, to be honest with you, because it took me a while to kind of get the grips of what the actual man is, because growing up in LA, we kind of get
Misconceptions.
exactly of what a man is, especially if we don't have the example in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if we watching TV looking for that to be the example. If we looking for rappers and actors, that's not,
Cool. Right.
we're gonna come out a little confused about what it is to be a real man. So me, especially now, I'm real kind of hard on myself. This one says what? At a certain age, things are not misunderstandings or mistakes anymore. It's your character. It's who you are. And nowadays, I'm real big on character, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My early 20s, early teens, I was real. I was influenced by hip hop culture,
Mm-hmm.
things, my friends, my surroundings. So I can say I was a follower. I wasn't a man of character, So um, at a certain age, I had to realize that's why I was depressed, because I wasn't really being me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being somebody else that other people want to accept. I'm not being the person that I want to be.
Right.
So once I start kind of holding myself accountable and not trying to be cool, I start agreeing with posts like this.
Mm-hmm. Now, I took a lot from this because we share a lot of similarities, especially when it comes to being homies and stuff with
Yeah.
and everything. And one thing I did learn is like mistakes happen because we're all human. But if a mistake continuously happens, it's a pattern.
It's Pat.
It becomes who you are.
Mm.
And I believe any and everyone can grow from a situation. Like if you're a person who, let's just say, you're a person who's I'll use a liar because I was gonna say a thief, but I'll use a liar. If you're a person who's a liar and you've just been lying your whole life, you can turn that around. I believe. I believe everybody deserves an opportunity to make a change within themselves and be able to, I guess, not just rectify but be reaccepted
Mm.
once they make that difference in changing
Mm-hmm.
themselves. So for me, I'm always like, hey, I'm gonna be open to anyone's mistakes because I'm gonna make them too.
I think it's all about people being accountable.
Hmm.
I think it's some people. It's something about being wrong. People don't like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like that.
Hmm.
It's and then speaking for me, it was some emotion that being wrong made me feel. It was
Hmm.
like I'm embarrassed because I'm wrong.
Hmm.
It was hard for me to be accountable.
I
But
understand.
once I kind of start being accountable, things just became so much easier.
Well, easily, yeah, yeah, very much so.
It becomes so
I
much
remember
easier.
my dad. He was the biggest comedian I knew in life. But my dad, I'm a kid in Compton and stuff, and I mess up, I get my ass whooped.
Hmm.
That's just what it is. And my dad, he didn't play.
Hmm.
My mom didn't play either, but I can play with her a little bit,
Yeah,
just a little bit.
yeah,
But my dad, he didn't play. So at that time, which this is funny because I do a thing on Thursday called Food for Thought Thursday.
yeah.
So this was my first introduction to food for thought as a kid. So he's always like, "Oh, Lion King, Lion King." I'm just thinking like, "Oh, he calling me Simba. He calling me Simba." I'm, thinking, "Oh, Mufasa, Simba." I didn't get it until I was in high school. Oh, I'm the
The
Lion
Lion King, yeah.
King. Because that's when I started being very honest and accountable for actions and stuff
Yeah,
in high school. But it was like I was a kid. Of course, I'm going to lie to anything not to get my ass
yeah,
whooped. Of
yeah,
course, I'm going to try to lie so I can go to my friend's house or go
yeah,
outside or whatever, or play the video games longer. So, like, you do your homework? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely was a strict individual. I had strict parents and stuff, but they were lenient in the right reasons at the right times. But they would definitely make sure to be strict in certain situations because yeah, my childhood it was definitely a fast paced one, and I definitely was made to be a man a lot younger than a lot of people. But for those lessons that I've learned in life
Mm,
is a full testament of why I'm still here today.
yeah.
So everything makes sense. Everything comes back around. So I think that when it comes to King Vision, I feel like it's a brand that's going to be everlasting. I don't see it leaving and coming back around. I see it just staying and
Yeah.
just keep going. So is there ever a situation, because we kind of talked about this off air, is there situations when it comes to fashion and stuff, because you mentioned support,
Mm-hmm.
where it is difficult to get support from other individuals that are doing the same thing as yourself? And does gatekeeping exist in the world that you work in?
Um, I think gatekeeping does exist.
Okay.
Fortunately, I haven't ran into too many individuals that have gatekeeped
Hmm.
any information. I think with fashion, it's a lot of it is you have to get out there yourself
Right.
and go figure out what you like.
Hmm.
Um, Fortunately, I'm in LA and we got the fashion
Fashion
district
district.
right down the street, you
Hmm.
know? So, as far as gatekeeping, I think it does exist. I think as far as LA, that's more so once you get into upper levels of where you sell in and what shows you can sell at
Hmm.
or who's wearing your stuff,
Hmm.
things like that.
Okay. And when it comes to I guess the next venture of this, the next step you're taking with the brand, what could you say to that?
The next step of the brand is, I think, not I think, but I
There we go.
know the real meat and potatoes of it. Is Vision 86, Vision 86 Foundation. It's a nonprofit where we're teaching school age kids between middle school and high school about emotional intelligence and mental health. I think that's something that's, vital within our communities, and we kind of missing.
Oh yeah.
And we can use in the after school program here and there.
Well, 1,000%. You know me,
So
I got some nonprofits I can definitely connect you with to get those steps
exactly.
going for you. I definitely will be talking to the kids very, very soon for a couple of nonprofits. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Your boy's not just doing red carpet interviews, not just doing, podcast conversations, because everybody's like, oh, interview. Nah, it's a conversation. Make it more easier. You can let your shoulders down, relax. But I will be, speaking to the youth, doing guest speeches and everything, and just contributing and giving back. There's nothing that and I'm a big person and big believer in this. There's nothing that I'm acquiring that I can take with me to the grave, and I'm a giver, so why not seek more to give more?
I think that's our purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of getting all this knowledge and then just dying with it?
You're only wise if you pass on that wisdom.
Exactly.
You're only wise.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And then we already talked about you being on the board of,
Yeah,
Vision 86. So
you already know. So
we
yes,
have to meet about that soon.
we definitely making moves out here. Y'all see your boy working? Y'all see your boy working?
Yeah, bro.
So this is a positive period of the podcast where I ask every individual, whether you're talking to a younger version of yourself or someone else out there who's suffering silence or hiding their hurt, that they can heal from and gain the will and determination to move forward, whatever they're doing or want to do. What would that be?
Look within. Figure you out first. Find out what you want, what you believe in, what you like, what you don't like,
Mm-hmm.
And you got to stick to that. And as long as you are happy, you can't really worry about what's going on around you. You don't want to be an evil person, be malicious, but you can't base your happiness on the next person. You can't make everybody happy. You just got to figure you out, man. Look within, find what you want to do, what you're passionate about, and just stick to the program.
Y'all heard that? Find the will to pursue, your purpose. Have passion. And this man got passion for fashion.
That part, man.
So let them know where they can find you and the amazing brand as well.
Right now, you can find me at sorry, it's a little tongue twister right there. Instagram, High Class,
Mm-hmm.
And you can DM me as far as the orders go. I'm getting a website together.
Okay.
But when I get that together, it's gonna be the link in bio.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be able to click the link in bio.
That's right. And then also look out for your boy. I'm doing an official photo shoot for the brand coming very, very soon.
That part.
Very soon. JM, we gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And man, thank you. This is long overdue, but everybody becomes a repeat offender.
That part.
So I'm gonna have you in this chair again, and we're gonna be talking, more personal times and also more fashion as well.
I got you.
All right. And you guys already know who I am. I am your host, XPress. Don't forget to like, comment, but also subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in. See you every Taco Tuesday. And like that, we go.
Yeah.
They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly.